always happy to see a repeat customer. How can I help you today? Eureka! The last one! You have found it! It is finally time that we can complete the embiggening cocktail recipe. Hand over the super chip, and we can get you home. Processing. Of course, toenails. The tiny impractical spatulas at the end of human digits. Well, have fun collecting those. And the final ingredient is... Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, no, no. This cannot be correct. The last ingredient of the cocktail is marked as missing. I am not sure what to tell you. Dr. Wendell Tully purposefully wiped the last ingredient from my memory. My programming prohibits me from remembering the secret ingredient. Wendell never wanted it to fall into the wrong hands. He did not even trust me with it. The entire recipe is only in Wendell's noggin. And as I said, he has not been around for months. Sigh. Processing. 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 Chicken nuggets! Wendell's Scabby! His Scabby has tracking functionality built in. We should now be able to find out where he is with this information. The extra memory you provided with the super chips is helping my processing. Sorry, I did not think to track Dr. Tully earlier. Allow me to connect to his Scabby via my handy state-of-the-art radio modem to see what data I can pull from it. Crackle, 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 I am connected to Dr. Tully's Scabby. I will now start the download. Location, X5432, Y74356, Z19666. Error, Scabby, prototype 0001A, power loss at circuit R23. Analyzing. Error code 324, subminiature axial lead resistor, ominid model OC93412, failure. Call 555-0126 for technical assistance. Thank you. A minor setback. I know that location. The Scabby is at Dr. Tully's favorite chair by the shed, of course. You should be able to find him there. And take this replacement fuse to repair whatever problem he is having with his Scabby. He should be able to help you out with the embiggen cocktail and get you home in no time. Good luck! I believe in you! What would Dr. Tully do?
All right, here they are. All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in. As requested, they're strapped and synced with Scabbies for whatever they might run into down there. You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
I hope you know what you're doing.
So that's how I ended up in this mess. At least it seems like there's someone at Ominent with a conscience. Otherwise, it'd be bye-bye hoops, and all before I even had a chance to go to prom.
The eyes. They are always watching. The backyard is watching. Strange noises, stranger occurrences, coincidences. Oh, I think not. Or is it my mind playing tricks on me? I feel the senility at the edges of my thoughts. I have grown so old. Just the other day, I found my tape recorder laying out that I knew I had put away. I would not have been so careless, and yet there it was. Could it have been Burgle? No. No. Such a conspiracy would be beyond his capabilities. Something darker is afoot. Ominent, perhaps. I knew it might be too great a risk to liberate that equipment from them. Whatever it is always watching. Ominent, surely. But how could they know? I took such precautions, and yet... Burgle, execute end-of-day procedures. Wait. Ignore that. I will see to it myself. It may be time for me to find a new venue for my research, away from all these eyes.
Scabby online. Transferring biometric data. Wendell Tully. Biometric data transfer complete. Audio file downloaded. Dr. Wendell Tully. Title: Goodbye.
Hello, my scabby-wearing friend. I do not know who you are or how you came by this message, but please tell them I tried. Tell Trudy, Thor, my little Sarah. Tell the world. The sun is setting on our yard, and it brings back so many memories. Sitting in this chair, my favorite chair, my thinking chair, I fear this may be the last time I lay eyes on such a beautiful sight. I'm nearly out of time. My body shrivels more with each passing day. Even my scabby can barely fit on my bony wrist. The spacer, my greatest achievement, a disaster. The final chapter in the book of my many failures. Perhaps in solitude, free from my family, from Burgle, and from Ominent, perhaps I can finally find a cure to this damnable reasoning. So, this will be my last adventure into the miniature world. I leave the warmth of the sun and embrace the unknown. I'll either find the answer or shrivel in the darkness below. To my lab underneath the shed. This is Dr. Wendell Tully, signing off. Goodbye. working in the dark is playing tricks on my mind. I fear every shadow, hear whispers in the silence. But most of all, I miss my family. Ah, Trudy and her crooked grin, the way she rolled her eyes at my dumb jokes. Sarah, my little angel, how she would jump into my arms every time I walked through the door after work. And Thor and his obsession of the month. What was the last one? Castle Moldork? No, it was Mance. Dad, what do you mean I don't need Mant minis? Have you seen them? Do you even know what a Mant is? It's so rad, Dad. A barbarian, an insectoid warrior with the mind of a human. Wait a minute. An insect with a human mind. I wonder if... No, stop it, Wendell. The darkness is giving you strange notions again. You need to focus on the task at hand. Reasoning. Raw science. The key is here. It must be.
This place better be my ticket to getting back home.
Defeat. Failure. Countless infusions. Countless migraines. I'm so shriveled now I can barely walk. And the true origin of raw science? Ooh, an enigma. A mystery box with no lid. I don't think I have much longer. It is hard to think straight. I am so tired. I have only one option that remains. One last toss of the proverbial dice. Commence Project Mant. Project Mant is nearing completion. The first good news in as long as I can remember. Perhaps my previous failures have all led to this point. Wendepunkt, my defining moment. This new body will allow me to continue my research. I've created a super scientist. My checklist is complete. Consciousness transfer procedures will now begin. What's this? Brainwave functions are spiking. Impossible! Blasted hominin tech! Turn it off! Turn it off! Note to self. Check soldering on the relay diodes of the neural displacer. Again. Yes, again!
Oh, time out, Raph! Team Hoops needs a new game plan! Is that Dr. Tully?
have defeated my Mant, but you and your eminent paymasters will never get their hands on the embiggening cocktail. I'll take that secret to my grave. To my grave! The watched becomes the watcher. How does it feel? Knowing that you have followed my path right to me, right where I want you. Though you are a bit small for an agent of Ominent. But who knows what lengths Director Schmechter would take to get to me?
What? No! How can this be? Where is the override? Well, here I am, Wendell Tully in all his glory. You're not who I expected. My apologies for all of that. I thought you were agents of Ominent to come for me at last. How should I know what guise Schmechter's agents would come shrouded in? The subterfuges of your ilk know no limits. Still, you do seem a bit young to be in the employ of Ominent. Oh, what have I done? It may have been Schmechter and his corporate goons that pulled the switch, but it is still my invention and my responsibility. To think that you have been caught up in all of this. Your children, not much older than my Sarah or Thor. Oh, what has become of me? Threatening death to children. But also, what are you doing here? Well, that's fair. I have no doubt terrible things have brought you here. Terrible things that are undoubtedly my fault. I never meant to hurt anyone. I don't deserve it, but I hope one day you can forgive me. Speaking of forgiveness, please excuse my shriveled appearance. This blasted raising has taken its toll on my body. My support pod is the only thing keeping me from drying out completely. Like the grape set out in the sun, the body shrivels, withers, desiccates, becoming a husk of what was once a living being. In essence, what you see here before you, in all its unholy glory, the withered man. Well, if you will allow me to check your scabby. You've been in the yard for over a year. You are clearly not raisoning. Nothing in my research has shown that there is any immunity to it, and yet here you are. Perhaps it is that your youthful bodies are more resistant than others. Likely, this is why Ominent was experimenting on children to begin with, which means... Did Schmechter find a cure? No, that would be beyond anyone's ability, I think. Damn! As much as I loathe the man, I must admit that Schmechter is brilliant in his own way, though his methods can be quite distasteful. We cannot rule out the possibility that he has done it.
Could that mean there is hope for me? When the reasoning became too much, I realized I had to find a cure before it was too late. I hid here, away from the eyes. So many prying eyes. Ominent has always wanted to steal my work. They would never admit its worth and greatness, and yet they would always take it. Especially Schmechter. I have made many mistakes in my life. Countless, really. But one that I will never make again is to allow my discoveries to fall into the hands of that corporation. If I must die for it, so be it. As you can see, my body has withered away. I created the Ment to be used as a temporary body so that I could continue my work. But I never imagined the insect's instincts would remain, let alone gain sentience. I lost control almost immediately. As always, my greatest successes are followed by the greatest failures. Wendell Tully, husband, father, scientist. He succeeded only in the end. My greatest regret. If only there was something I could do to reverse time. Some sort of time machine. The science seems quite clear it would be impossible, and yet I never thought that covalent spacing reduction could be a reality either. Oh. If the raw science could be applied in the way of the time struggle, the time-space continuum. If one... Oh. But I digress. You see, even if I went home now, my family wouldn't recognize me. Trudy would not see the man she married. My children would be repulsed by the bag of skin that speaks with the voice of their father. Home. Oh, yes, of course. Home. Your parents must be worried. So very worried. The process is not difficult. You will simply need to brew an embiggening cocktail at the Java-matic machine. The embiggening process is extremely taxing on living subjects. You'll need enough nutrients and proteins to survive the expansion to your original size. We use the embiggening cell to regulate this expansion by way of the secret cocktail. The ingredients in the cocktail, like the keratin in toenails, fortify the skeletal structure as it grows. Unfortunately, there is this small issue of overexpansion. If the subject grows too quickly, they are prone to overexpansion, or in layman's terms, they explode. To counter this, sustained infusions of carbon dioxide gas must be added to the mixture. Fortunately, I found a secret ingredient that works perfectly in this regard. Grilled science. Grilled science! Raw science represents the essence of ingenuity, but thrown over the coals of fire, it is tempered by flame, tamed by Burgle's spatula, and emerges as something greater, plump and juicy. Grilled science. It reminds me of the barbecues we once had in our backyard. Oh, Trudy, Sarah, Thor. The last of the grilled science is in the refrigerated storage room over there. Are you ready to go? We'll need some grilled science. Good. Good. Then we have everything we need to proceed. I promise I will get you home. I may have failed my own children, but I will not fail you. Oh, from the mouths of babes. Yes, you may be right. It might not be too late for me. But what is most important is getting you home. We need to head to the Java-matic machine in the upper yard. There we can blend the embiggening cocktail needed to run the spacer safely. I'm opening the back door for you. I will follow close. Everything looks good from here.